Hi guys, here we go with round three. Dave's afterthought. I'm still going through all the paperwork that I thought of between videos like this. I couldn't believe I came up with all this stuff. I told you I'm going crazy. You know, I'm getting to the jokes. There's one last section before the jokes, and then all the information will be done. And then the next video after this one is going to be all jokes. So we're going to get this last story out of the way. So, as you know, Stars Behind Bars has another victim, and we have Keanu Reeves. So, there's his mugshot. And he is the 10 of Hearts. And I like this guy. I don't like his acting. He's not a very good actor, but I have respect for him. He's got 3 citizenships. So, because he was born in Lebanon and raised in Canada, and now he lives in California. So he's I like him anyway. He's worth a lot of money. And Speed is an amazing movie. Yeah. So he's the next victim. Okay. So now that we've done that. There's going to be a continuation from advice on to 2 stories, finishing off, and then comedy night will start. Sorry it took so long, but I had a lot of stuff to write down and say and think about over the last few days. I sit around and it's hard for me to do a lot with all my head injuries and stuff. I gotta, I'm gonna have that PSW forever. It's just I'm falling apart. That's why I don't care. That's why I'm not afraid of anything. I don't give a shit. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, our first sponsor is a place called Zoom Optical. I know they have 2 locations in Toronto, and I've been going to the one at Yonge and Lawrence for the past 6 or 7 years now, because I've gotten at least 4 pairs of glasses from them. I haven't switched optometrists because that office, or that is right near my doctor's office. They're like 2 blocks apart. So I haven't switched optometrists, but I might be switching that back over to my area where I live, because sometimes the buses just don't make sense. It's pretty far. So anyway, Zoom Optical, good place, reasonable. They take your picture, they stay in touch with you, they try to remember you. Yeah, you can get your eyes done. It's a nice cozy little store. I like it. You can do pay as you go. So like if you owe them $300 and you only give them $200, they'll hold on to your glasses till you give them $100, and then they'll give you your glasses. It's a good thing. I like them. They're pretty good. So anyway, on to advice. Okay, this is for you men and shy guys, who don't know how to cook and ward off the starvation with your bachelor's guide that I talked about a long time ago. But anyway, here's what I want to say to you. Why would any man who is a man, not a gimple, be afraid of asking for what he wants from women? You really got to build some confidence, man. Right? If they want you, there are rules. This is how you play. But, right? You shouldn't have to ask, right? Because anything you don't ask for usually ends up not being done, because they would rather not do the extra work or whatever you want to call it. And you know what? I make them do it, or else I don't even take my shirt off. Yeah, I was a good teacher in my marriage. Why, yeah, that's why swallowing is an absolute must, and it works both ways. Right? You want to come in my mouth? We take turns. Anyway. Yeah. So, yes, when I come back from my vacation, I might go and see if this pretty woman at that massage parlor I was talking about, with their phone number and misprinted hours, I would think. I haven't phoned them yet, but I might go and see them as a little New Year's gift to myself. See what happened. What do we got here? Oh yeah, there used to be a time when I was a huge Maple Leafs fan, even though I didn't grow up in Toronto. I was born in Toronto, Mount Sinai Hospital. But I left a long, long time ago, and 37 years in the mountains was where my home is. And yeah, for a mountain man, there's no such word as intimidation in his verbal vocabulary. They are rugged, hard men. I'm telling you, that's where I grew up, and then I came to a nightmare like Toronto. Well, Toronto's gonna hate me in the end, because I won't put up with their shit. That's part of what I'm gonna tell you in this video. So, on that note, that's jokes. That's jokes. Oh yeah, the Leafs. They won the Stanley Cup in 1967 when my mom was 2 months pregnant with me. So I was here for that. That wasn't just a thought. That was more than a thought. So I'm a centennial baby. I love it. But after giving advice to men on telling a woman what he wants, sports has gone out the window for me with all the salaries and stuff like that. I used to watch hockey games and playoffs and stuff like that. And like I was talking about NHL players and before, and I'm just only going to say this, I only watch the highlights now on my phone, but I don't pay for anything because none of them are worth it. So there's that. And then we're at that story, then that story, and then we're done. Okay, so this next section is brought to you by WestCan Airways. Apparently, I don't know if this is true. I was talking to somebody today about their usually cheap seats. So I'll get on them. I'm going to check when I go on my vacation because I got to fly to Vancouver, and if it's too expensive, I won't go. But if it is, I'll keep you posted. So that's who this is being brought to you by. And then this tiny little story will lead to what I'm going to say before this thing ends. Okay? Nosy neighbors, or stupid neighbors, or whatever you want to call it. Have you ever met a 70-year-old woman who is so cranky? Her cute little dog, and like she doesn't let nobody touch her dog. I had to call her a grumpy old lady, and I've never done anything to her. I'm not allowed to pet her dog, and I feed the animals. That makes perfect sense. Anyway, she's just a cranky old fart. And yeah, everybody around here thinks it's cruel because they think that she needs to get laid before the dog does. That's one of my neighbors. She walks her dog like 5 times a day, and I see it outside my window all the time. And her dog is so cute and friendly and cuddly, and her name is Timbit. Like, she's friendly, and I can't pet. I feed the animals, and I'm not allowed to pet her. And I've never ever done anything to that woman until I called her a cranky old fart. So that's story number 1. Those like neighbors and whatever. So, but that was one neighbor. The next neighbor, I know there's a lot of people that wouldn't say what's on their mind to people, but have you ever wanted to say this to somebody? This is one of my neighbors, and the next time he gives me a problem, I'm gonna have my boots on, and I'm gonna go out there, and I won't care if his friends are there. And this is what I'm gonna say to him. This is exactly what I'm gonna say to him. The look on your face tells me how stupid I think you are. It's priceless. So, Sparky, unless you want to go to the hospital with a new face, right, I'd suggest you listen to me. Fuck off and go fuck yourself. You may care about your family, but I don't. Or your friends. There's 3 of you here, and I'm down in arm, and I'm military combat trained. I'll take those odds. The last guy I punched, I only hit him once. He got a cracked jaw, a concussion, and got arrested after I only hit him once. And these 3 want to be clowns? Yeah. So this is what I'm going to say to him. I'm going to go out there, and I'm just going to I told the landlord that, hey, he gives me one more problem, and I'll boot fuck his face. So anyway, so I'm going to say all this. I'm going to tell him that I want his wife to watch how stupid he's going to look and how much of a wimp he is. And I'll fucking punch his friends out too. I'll take on all 3 of you right now. Who's first? And, yeah. Just wanted to let you guys know that. So that leads us up to the joke. And that is actually the last story. And I'm going to cross everything off and start the next video. And this is comedy night. Thanks for your patience.